This program is part of the Cosmic Potato Podcast Network. For more shows like this, visit our website at cosmicpotatonetwork.com.
Watching television, watching television. Watching television, watching television. I need all the image, I need all the sound, I know the info right into my mind.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Try by Pilot. This is the show where we judge an entire series of television and the work of hundreds on one episode. I'm Bill Lynch.
And I'm Elizabeth
And it is...
Lynch. Just in case anyone didn't know that we were related.
We did take a week off, so people are going to be very confused.
Yeah, we might get a whole new bunch of listeners, and they're like, related? Are they brother and sister? No.
What's this podcast in my feed? It sounds vaguely familiar. Trial by Pilot?
What? I wonder what they do.
Yeah, Trial by Pilot. Something to do with aircrafts.
Aviation. The first flight.
Being sued. Pilots that have been sued.
Like, when you get in trouble, like now, instead of going to court, you have to both fly planes and see who does better tricks, and then whoever wins doesn't go to jail.
Oh, nice. And the other person probably dies.
Yep.
There you have it. That pretty much wraps up a synopsis of our show.
So the one that we'll be talking about this week is... Never mind, I couldn't think of a case.
I was going to be impressed if you just came up with a clever case.
I got really nervous and I'm sweating right now.
It's the holiday season, guys. It's December. We're excited. You're excited.
There was a little bit of snow this week.
There was up in the Northeast.
The tiniest bit, but...
And so we're kicking things off right away. Listen, your Christmas movie special is coming. Have no fear.
Yeah, we're on it, guys.
Give us a couple
Have a
weeks.
bonus episode this month, okay?
But we're doing Elves today. Another Christmas TV show. This is a Danish-language show.
Based on a comic book?
Because it's not really based on a
I
comic
know,
book.
I'm just kidding. It's just that seems to be our forte.
Yeah.
Is some kind of like, I don't know, we're
What?
some kind of Dutch, Icelandic, something.
Listen,
region.
it's been a solid 4 or 5 days since we've watched a new foreign language show. And so I thought, Danish we haven't done before.
We've not done Danish before.
It's based around the holidays. So let's give it a shot. When I, did our little remote, talked into the remote and asked it to put on Elves, some show came on.
It was a movie.
It was a movie on Tubi, and it was like 3 like animatronic, like evil looking elves with like little
They look
daggers.
like Chucky kind of.
Kind of, yeah. And I said, Elizabeth was like, what the fuck are we watching? And I was like, don't worry, this is not the right one. And so I said, Elves on Netflix into the remote, and then the correct show came on.
Yeah. We're living in the future over here, guys. You're talking to our remote. It always gets it wrong first.
Yeah. But I didn't want you to be afraid that this was going to be like some weird, like violent horror show about Christmas.
Right.
This show instead opens on an electrified barbed wired fence in the middle of the woods.
It was like, oh, maybe this is kind of like that one.
I mean, I obviously knew the premise before we watched it, but...
Well, Bill knew, and I didn't know anything. He's like, we're watching Elves. I'm like, okay, whatever. It comes on, and then the title card, like, flashes, and it says, like, something that doesn't say Elves.
Well, yeah, it was in Danish.
But I didn't know it was Danish. They started talking, like, way later, because it started with...
Oh, I thought I told you that it was Danish language.
No.
Oh, well, that's funny.
No. And then I was like, oh...
Oh, yeah, because
Okay, yeah, this sounds about right.
the entire first
Bill
scene
picked
has...
this show.
The entire first scene has no dialogue.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wasn't being silly. That's actually the first scene.
Yeah.
And we see this man get out of his truck with a gun, and he brings a cow off of this, like, trailer bed, and brings it through the barbed wire fence, unlocks it, brings it through into the woods to this spot where he's apparently done this before, and he chains it up and he leaves. And we just see the cow there looking nervous, and we see like a little bit of movement in the bushes. And then like the cow gets really nervous, starts like pulling against the chain, like trying to get out. And then we cut to like, I don't know if it was like a tree trunk or something, and we just see the blood splatter across it.
Yeah.
And then we hear a bunch of cawing as these crows like take off from the trees and start swirling around ahead. And then we meet a family of 4 who is heading out for Christmas vacation to this island. And they're on the ferry. They get back in their car. They're driving along the road. And, the kids are arguing in the backseat. And, the parents turn around for a second and they like hit something. Mm-hmm. Which like, this trope is like so annoying to me.
I know.
But it wasn't like a crazy accident. It was just like a little bump in the road.
Right.
Which I was like not that bothered by.
But were you a little bit bothered by all of them getting out of the car? Like if you had a squirrel, would we all get out of the car?
No.
I just thought that was a little...
Maybe it was a bigger bump than that. I don't know.
All right.
So they all get out of the car, and there's this like kind of like sticky black tar-ish substance on the car.
Yeah.
And it's parents and a young teen girl. I don't know how old she was. 13.
She was like 13, I think.
Yeah. And then a slightly older son who was like maybe 15 or 16.
Yeah.
And so the girl sees something in the field and goes out to like check it out, and she finds more of this substance on some grass, and she hears something too. But then a truck pulls up, and it's the guy from the opening, and he like starts like yelling at them like, "What are you doing here? Like, get out of here. Don't be on this road. It's private. Take the coastal road."
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because like in the beginning, like when they get to the island, like off of this ferry, like this teenage girl that works there tells them like how to get, like, oh, we can't use our GPS, whatever. And they're like such out-of-towners.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, you just take the coastal road. And they're like, okay. And then like it cuts to the dad just like he's clearly not on the coast, like in the
Right.
country road, and he's like, oh, we just cut through, this is easier. Like he doesn't know where he is or anything.
Yeah.
And it was like very clear, like the guy, then when he like stops them, he's like, take the coastal road. Like they're not being friendly.
Yeah.
Like the people in this town are like not being very friendly to these people.
Yeah. So we get to their like very cobwebby rental house, and I'm wondering if they'll like, I don't know, it's not like a very long series. I wonder if they'll go into like the background of like why this was even a rental house. Like,
Yeah.
clearly this is not like a vacation setting.
Yeah. This
You know?
isn't like, but it was also weird because there was a ferry that went there, and there was an announcement when they, on the ferry as they like approached the island, that was like, everybody get to your cars.
Yeah.
So it made me think that, well, people must travel
Yeah, they
back
must.
and forth.
Yeah, but it could be like
But-
people that like work on the
Yeah.
island or something, like bring supplies back and forth. It
Yeah.
didn't seem like a big touristy place.
It wasn't. It was, which is so odd that there would be a house even available. You're right.
Maybe they're really going to go into the lore of the Airbnb listing for this house. Maybe that'll be a spin-off series. So they're at this house, and the young girl like wanders off into like the nearby woods, and she finds a dead fox carcass like trapped in a bear trap or like a little trap. Mm-hmm. And then hanging right around that are these like strange talismans in the trees.
Yeah.
They're a little reminiscent of like dream catchers or something.
Yeah.
Like circular with feathers in them. And then she finds this creepy barn on the property. And meanwhile, the mom and the son have gone into town. And I like put town in quotes because it's just like a few buildings.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty much it.
And, there's just like a couple other people there. There's an older woman who's like, one of the village elders. And she again warns them to stay on the coastal road as you're traveling around this week. Mm-hmm. The son sees the same girl from the harbor who's like,
Right.
around the same age.
Yeah.
He's trying to like flirt with her. She like wants nothing to do with it at all.
Right.
Until finally at the very end, he's like, you know, like giving up and like says goodbye. And she's like, listen, if you want to hang out, meet me at the sunrise. Meet me at the harbor tomorrow at sunrise.
Right.
So he's like, okay, great.
But take the coastal road to get there.
Exactly. So back at the house, the daughter like keeps trying to tell them like, listen, I know we hit something. I heard it. Like, I want to go back and check on it. And they're like, no, absolutely not. And so finally she sneaks off, takes the bike, her bicycle, and a flashlight back to the field by this fence.
At night.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
She was mad at them. Like,
Yeah.
there was like other like family tension going on. And so she was like mad and was like, I'm going to go check this out. But it was so ill-advised.
Yeah. And so we again hear this creature like making some like cooing noise. That's what the closed captioning says.
Purring.
Sure.
Yeah.
And after she like looks around the field for a while, she finds this creature like in some like matted down grass. And it's this like strange like little cone head monster elf puppet thing.
It was like a gremlin like meets E.T.
Sure, a little bit. With like a weird cone head thing.
You know, I would not pick it up. I would not pick it up.
It was hurt. They hit it with their car.
What the fuck is it?
It's an elf.
So weird.
So she wraps it in her coat and she's like trying to comfort it, saying like, don't worry, I'll help you. But on the other side of this electrified fence, we see a similar silhouette, but much larger.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like, as she's walking along the side of the fence, we see like this thing tracking her on the other side. And then finally she turns and she sees it and it like jumps at her and scares her. And she runs off through the field as the pilot ends.
Right. It was short.
It was very short. It was like 20 something minutes.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first thoughts,
Yes.
I'm going to start from the end. What is she doing? Like, I
It's
just...
so dumb.
I did not hate this show.
I didn't either, actually.
I really didn't. Like, I'm probably going to keep watching it. Like, it is kind of interesting.
Oh, good. I was going to say the same thing.
Okay. Like, I didn't hate it. And we are a sucker for a foreign language show. I mean, the thing is I love the setting. I love the light. Like, everything about it is, like, just... It's well done. I just can't stand this whole family, first of all. I can't stand them.
Oh, I thought the family was good, except the girl was so dumb. I thought the other family...
Dumb. No, I thought the dad was such a jerk. I couldn't stand the dad. He was just one of those, like, teasing, like, oh, I'm funny, I'm a dad, but you're just being a jerk to your kids all the time.
Yeah.
I thought the mom was good.
Sure.
I liked the mom.
I see that, but I thought it was still, like, a believable character. Like, it was a good character.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't that I hated them because I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I just personally didn't like him as a person.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
But yeah, she was so dumb. It's just like, what are you... I get it that there are people who really like animals, and I don't want to come across as someone who doesn't like animals. I don't want people to be mad at me for that. But, like, you know, there are people who will pet any dog they see. Like, I'm not that person.
Yeah.
Like, when we were on vacation, like, when we went on our honeymoon and there were, like, cats walking around, like, wild cats, like, walking around the restaurants, like happens in a lot of resorts.
Oh.
I fucking think that's gross. Like, I don't like that. And I remember telling my sister this, like, recently. I was like, no. Like, if I see a cat somewhere, like, I'm not going to try to pet it.
Yeah, and there's people petting these fucking
People are
stray
petting them,
cats.
like, oh my God, look at this stray cat. I'm like,
And then
no,
eating their food?
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Or when you
have worms now.
Yeah, that's just not me. Okay, I like... So I don't really understand, like, I don't relate to that thing, like, I have to help that animal. Like, I like animals, but, like, I don't want to touch ones that I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't. And so I don't understand where this girl's coming from, where she was, like, yelling at her family to be like, we hit something, and it's like, I don't know. I don't want to sound insensitive, but clearly it wasn't somebody's pet on this like very abandoned, weird island. It wasn't someone's pet.
It could have been.
Okay, but like, why do you want to go back so bad? I just like couldn't understand that. So that was the only thing that really annoyed me, and the fact that she did go back in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I guess you have to put yourself in the shoes of a 13-year-old girl who really loves animals.
Yeah. Well, who was kind of like having like a little bit of like a 13-year-old kid, like, I don't want to say tantrum, but we did just finish watching Big Mouth, and a similar stupid thing happened where Nick was like, I'm mad, I'm going to go ski this black diamond in the middle of the night. And
All right, let's not compare this show to Big Mouth.
Just saying the ages are similar.
Sure.
To do something dumb because you're mad at your family. Anyway, that was my only complaint, is how dumb that was. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep watching it.
Yeah, so all of my notes at the end, like my wrap-up notes, that's exactly what I wrote down. The girl was so dumb, but I liked pretty much everything else about it.
Yeah.
Like, it was very atmospheric. The visuals were really cool. It was well shot. In the trailer, they show... I don't know if they like fully show these creatures, but there's some other visuals of them.
Okay.
And they look really, really cool and creepy.
Really?
Just like a couple moments in the trailers. I don't know when they're going to pop up. But yeah, I mean, I thought all the other actors and characters were good and like grounded in reality, you know, other than this teenage girl doing some dumb stuff. And it's 6 episodes and they're all under like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Bang this out real quick.
When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to watch a show.
We're
probably going to watch Elves, the Danish horror show.
We have the best life. Oh my god. We have like been catching up. Like, we've been doing really well catching up with shows.
Yeah.
We always think that like we're not going to have time.
Well, listen, now we're in December and there's not a lot of new stuff coming out.
It's good for us, especially now that we like have this new schedule of...
Yeah, we made it through the fall TV rush again. You know, I think we mentioned last episode that like we finished Lupin Part 2. What else?
We just finished Big Mouth.
We finished Big Mouth last night.
We said we finished Sex Education.
Oh no, I don't.
We were still watching that.
We were still watching it last time.
So we finished that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we're making a lot of progress.
Yeah, so since last recording,
Do we
watched...
have anything else?
I don't think so.
Did Pen 15 have a new season that we'd never watched?
I don't think so.
I was just thinking about that.
No, Pen 15 just has 2 seasons.
Okay, good. Oh, wow. Okay, so then the next thing, I mean, we're going to record... There are 2 shows coming out that I want to record for the podcast, in addition to our Christmas movie.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening because I saw an article that said Pen 15 to end with 2nd season on Hulu.
What?
Wait, did we saw 2 seasons, right?
Yeah, we did.
This is an article from today. Oh, I guess they're
not going to do it again?
I guess, unless this is a fucking typo. I'm very confused. Oh, there's a bunch of articles that literally just came out within like the last day or 2.
Whoa, weird.
And
maybe that's why I was thinking of it.
And they all say Pen 15 to end with season 2 or will end with season 2, which comes out. What was the 2nd season?
We watched the 2nd season. We watched 2 seasons of it.
Oh, the first 7 episodes of season 2 launched in September 2020 with an animated special airing earlier in the year. So I guess there will be new episodes this month. And that will be the second part of season 2, which will be the last episodes.
So why don't they just call it season 3?
I don't fucking know what TV is. Yeah, I know.
That's so dumb.
It's a year and 3 months later.
Yeah, okay, so that's season 3.
Yeah, the second half of season 2 drops December 3rd. So by the time this airs, they will be up on Hulu.
Okay.
Wow, what a fucking journey to find that information out. So we have those to watch.
Yeah, we have those, and then we're gonna do, and just like that, I'm saying that, so it will be.
I don't know if we're going to do that, but okay.
We are gonna do that. I've said it so many times that I will be mad at you, and so will several other listeners. Several. And there's another one. Oh, I want to do pivoting. You don't. Well, you made a face because Jane from
Oh, yes.
what's it called? Happy Endings is in it.
Yes.
And-
new sitcom.
Yeah, on like ABC.
I think it's ABC, yeah.
But like, I like to break up the Danish. You know, the
Or
foreign.
CBS?
I think it's well, it doesn't matter.
Or Fox? Maybe it's Fox.
Maybe it's Fox.
I'm just trying to think of the shows we watched where we would see commercials for that.
Oh yeah, probably
Like
when
the
we're
Great
watching
North.
Bob's Burgers
Yeah.
or something. So, I kind of like to break up the Danish and the like the foreign language and the comic book stuff that we watch with.
You don't watch any comic book stuff.
I mean that we record for the podcast.
Oh, for the podcast, yeah.
or whatever graphic novel based shows that we watch.
Yeah, I got it.
Anyway, so those are my suggestions, and then we're going to be. Did we choose our Christmas movie? Or
I'm leaning towards this horrible-looking Dog Saves Christmas.
Dog Saves
with
Christmas.
Gary Valentine, who played Kevin Heffernan's cousin on King of Queens.
Yes,
It is, guys. I'll try to get the trailer.
Doug Heffernan. You just combined.
Sorry, I combined the actor and the
I
character.
was like, what
Kevin
are you
Heffernan.
talking about?
It sounded weird as I was saying it. I was like, I'm just gonna go with it. I will attempt to put up this trailer when this comes out.
I found this a while ago and I couldn't remember it.
I just can't believe that someone got paid to cut this trailer. I mean, it's fucking insane.
We just reviewed the trailer.
It's insane to me. Truly, like, especially over the last couple of years, I mean, nothing surprises me, but the fact that this trailer exists fucking blew me away.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I had suggested that movie.
Yeah.
And then recently I wanted to do something that was like Housewives Christmas or something. Housewife
Real Housewives of Christmas.
Housewives of the North Pole or
Oh, that's what it is. Real Housewives of the North Pole.
Well, it's not quite called that, but Kyle Richards from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is in it.
Yeah.
But Bill was like, no, it's going to be like dumb but boring dumb.
Right.
Like, I think that like the newer ones, I think that the key here is like a really like old one.
Maybe. Well, yeah, this dog one
It's
is
like
from
2009.
Yeah.
That's pretty old at this point.
Yeah.
So.
And it looks like it was filmed in 1992 based on the quality of the footage
Yeah.
in the trailer. 1992, like on like a consumer
VHS?
level, yeah. Like someone's like family camcorder.
Oh man. Oh, I can't wait to get into that.
Ay.
So.
Yeah.
Bring that to you. Also, you're hearing this and we have a 5-year-old. Just want to bring that up. I cried about it earlier.
Yep.
By the time you hear this, he'll be 5.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Wow.
Anyway.
Send us your birthday wishes for our son.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on Elves?
No. It was so short. There's nothing else to say.
Yeah, it was. I
But
knew
we're going to keep watching it.
I knew how short it was, and I was still a little startled. Like, oh, that's the whole pilot.
Yeah.
It was very quick. It's all right. Keep the pacing going. I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, maybe we have time to watch an episode right now.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, everybody. If you have suggestions on shows for us to watch, you can email us at trialbypilot@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at trialbypilot. And please go on to Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, anywhere you're listening to this. Subscribe to the show, leave a review, and tell a friend.
And thank you to the Beats for providing our theme music.
Thank you, Beats.
Bye.
Bye.